It's okay to disagree with me. Your opinions matter too. But don't get so offended that you can't even see my reasoning for saying the things that I do. You get offended by the light in the morning because you want it still to be night. You get offended by the color of a person's adapted skin tone meant to protect them from the sun because maybe it's too dark compared to yours. Or maybe it's too light. How dumb does that sound? You're so quick to attack, and when it comes back to you, you cower in fear on the ground. You hide behind a movement or a series of events meant to divide. But aren't we all the same? Shouldn't we be on the same side? You get offended by someone's belief in God. You get offended by television shows. You're offended by something that only to you seems odd. And you even get offended by the word no. When did this all begin? When did people's emotions turn to sand? Why is it that no one believes you when you tell them, yes, you can? You build your thoughts on ignorance and common misbeliefs because you listen to other misinformed people on the internet. Neither of you will simply pick up a book to read. You hate large groups of people because of the actions of a few, when really most of them aren't creating problems. The only one creating a problem is you. I'm offended by your lack of information because you don't listen when you hear. I'm offended by the way you turn to anger to hide your fear. I'm offended by your racism and hatred towards your fellow man. I'm offended that you try to defeat hate with hate when we know that only love can. I'm offended by your weakness. People used to have thick skin. I'm offended by your entitlement and how you think you deserve a reward for trying even if you didn't win. I'm offended that you don't want to work harder to get that win. Because if you cry enough, then maybe next time you lose, you'll still get that reward again. The smallest of things seem to hurt your feelings, and you say that you're offended. And it seems to me that if you stomp your feet and start to scream, it's all about me, then they'll take that rule and bend it. You cry over simple things that don't actually affect your life, but in the smallest of ways. And instead of being a better you like you were born to do, whining about nothing is how you spend your days. I'm offended that for some reason you seem to believe you deserve a handout. And when you see someone struggling that you can help, you won't even extend a handout. I'm offended that you claim to love yet hate those who wrong you. I'm offended that the ones I'm speaking of aren't really a part of the few. I'm embarrassed and appalled by your tender little emotions, and believe me, I'll tell you where you can send them. And it's because of these that when I look at you and see you act this way towards these things, that I'm honestly offended.